You know what I just realized?
What?
We don't have a theme song.
Back in the mud again, man.
God damn
it. Is that real?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Welcome everybody to the first episode of the Movie ReBrew podcast, the podcast where we review movies and beer. I'm your host, Keegan Holland, and with me is my co-host, Michael Jennison.
Hello.
Oh,
How's it going?
Good. How was your weekend?
It was fine. Nothing too eventful. How about you?
It was fine. Stayed in the house all day. Today's episode, we are reviewing Buckeye Lake Blondes in honor of the movie Thor, the blonde god with the sweet six-pack. Have you ever had this?
No. It's a logo, though, so that's something.
They're on the Ale Trail, but it's like 45 minutes east, so this might be my only
ever Buckeye Lakes.
Yeah, so I'm going to crack it. Good presentation. It has the red stripe type bottle.
Red stripe small bottle.
Yeah.
Always pleasant.
All right, first sip. Cheers. It's okay.
Don't taste anything.
Yeah, it's kind of like water.
Carbonated water, but okay.
All right, good start. All right, so let's get into the news. Kevin Spacey, that the whole thing's blowing up. We won't get into the details there.
Or our takes on it, but...
Or our takes, because who knows what the fuck you're going to say. But Netflix did cancel both... or not cancel, he got fired from House of Cards, and they canceled the movie Gore, which he starred in. Do you have any idea about that movie?
It was in post, too.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, it was about ready to go.
Yeah, that sucks for the people that are working on it, other than that scumbag. So that sucks. Netflix has made a ton of really good original stuff, so I'm sure that was going to be pretty solid.
Well, I guess they're going to continue on the last season. They already announced this is going to be the last season of House of Cards.
Okay.
So you
don't watch it, do you?
I watched a little bit this last season because my one roommate was watching it, and Robin Wright became she's now the president, so I guess they can potentially pull that off.
Yeah, Brendan and my mom both watch it, and they both said that Robin Wright, it's basically her show now. She's kind of dominating it, so it still might work without him, but losing your main character...
Yeah, and it's Spacey, too, you know.
Yeah.
Top 10 probably favorite actor of America. I mean, at least before 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's fair. In other news, Lord of the Rings is working on a TV show by WB. I think you already know my feelings on this.
Don't want it?
Don't want it.
I mean...
Three perfect movies, my three favorite movies of all time. Peter Jackson absolutely just destroyed it. I don't think adding more... they're already 9 hours long. What's the show going to do for you?
And it's going to be on WB's, I mean, the CW?
No.
Okay. I hope not. But
I hope not.
When I hear WB and I hear TV, that's what I think of, and it makes me want to cringe. So, yeah. There's no reason to touch that.
Yeah, only way this even kind of works is like an HBO.
And get really into it?
Because the books have a lot more in there than the movie has, but I don't really think it's necessary. I tried to read The Fellowship a couple months ago. It's so hard.
18 months, right, before he goes on the voyage?
40 years.
40. Wow.
Yeah, he's in The Hobbit for 40 years.
Wow. Yeah. And it's too recent. 15 years. Everything will be compared to it.
Yeah.
Maybe 40 years from now they can do that.
The Hobbit just was very recent and didn't do well. Oh, it did well money-wise, but critically,
no, yeah. I don't think anyone's asking for that, but
yeah,
we'll probably still see it.
Yeah, I mean, no shit. It's like Justice League. Looks god-awful, but I'm going to see it.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm going to try another sip of this.
I mean, it's kind of refreshing. I don't hate it.
It's still not very good.
It's 5.4. So that's something.
The new Lion King cast got announced, and much like the Lord of the Rings TV show remake, I'm very much against this one.
Yeah, almost every Disney remake I've been strongly against. This one probably more than most because, I mean, the first one's perfect, and
Yeah.
we're talking 25 years only. I mean, just sit down and watch the original Lion King.
Yeah.
It still holds up.
It's still amazing. And I think, Disney's going to do this with everything. It's going to make billions of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, this one's probably the most beloved Disney movie.
Yeah,
Arguably,
I'd say so.
I'd say, especially because you draw on the males with this one too, more than Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast was nominated for Best Picture.
For Best Picture, yeah.
And that was, they still touched that one.
You saw Beauty and the Beast, right? The remake, the live action. Was it almost shot for shot?
I think they added a song and a little more backstory for like why they got transformed. But if I ever want to watch Beauty and the Beast, I'm watching the cartoon.
Yeah. I've been boycotting them. I'll probably see this one because Jon Favreau and I saw Jungle Book actually too, which but that's different because
that's way different. That's barely a movie.
Yeah, that's a huge novel, and it was 88 minutes long, maybe even shorter, 65 minutes long. Jungle Book.
Yeah, the original. Yeah.
They completely adapt. He said he more or less adapted Kipling's version of the.
Okay. Yeah, I trust Favreau. Let's just go through the cast real quick because it is really good.
Oh, the cast is insane. It's like a. They had to get his first option on almost every single person.
I know.
Like this looks like
absurd.
This looks like a Reddit Dreamcast. Like you would just see someone pull it together. It's nuts.
All right, so Donald Glover as Simba, love it. Beyonce Knowles as Nala. James Earl Jones is back as Mufasa. Chiwetel Ejiofor as Scar.
That's so good.
Alfre Woodard as Sarabi. John Oliver as Zazu. I think that's my favorite one. John Connie as Rafiki. Seth Rogen as Pumbaa. Billy Eichner as Timon. Eric Andre as Azizi. Florence Kasumba as Shenzi. Keegan-Michael Key as Kamari. And then J.D. McCrary as young Simba. And Shandy Wright Joseph as young Nala. Anything stand out for you there?
Like you said, John Oliver. I almost just want to see it for that alone.
I know.
Seeing him do Zazu is going to be just so freaking funny. I don't know how you would even laugh at that every time he speaks.
Yeah.
Rogan and as Pumbaa, and so is Billy. What's his name? Billy
Eichner.
Have you ever seen Billy on the Streets?
So funny.
So funny. He's
unreal.
That's
and he's so good in Parks and Rec.
I haven't seen Parks and Rec.
He's in like the last season or two, and he kills everything he's in.
Yeah, there's not a weak point, except for I don't know two of the characters on here. Ozzy and Shenzi. Are those new?
Are those like the hyenas, maybe? Eric Andre is hilarious. I think his show is worth watching. It's like a spoof on Late Night, and he just fucks with his guests, and he's hilarious. I think the weakest is Beyonce.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Beyonce fan, but
musically you're not?
Not musically, no.
Oh wow, I mean she's a great get for the music aspect of it, but what the hell is she in?
Yeah, she'll draw people in for sure, which at the end of the day, this goal is to make as much money as possible.
I don't think you need to draw people in for
yeah, and also, Nala has only Can You Feel Love Tonight? There's one verse, but, but she'll get the job done.
Yeah, and Donald Glover is Childish Gambino. Yeah. So, the music ties will
be incredible. Hans Zimmer's coming back to do the score.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in.
He won his only Academy Award for that, too, so...
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's too powerful of a cast, and with Favreau as director, for me not to go see it. Especially, it's probably my favorite Disney animated movie of all time, so I'll be there. I'm strongly against it, but I'll probably be there opening night.
Yeah, I would love to boycott it, but at the end of the day, I really
it's too
can't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wasn't buying in on Favreau, I'm buying in for Oliver, so... I can't wait to see that.
And you're a Favreau fuckboy.
Oh, and then Chiwetel Ejiofor too. That's gonna be terrifying. That man is insane.
Who was the old one? Jeremy Irons.
Oh yeah.
He was he was really good. Quentin Tarantino finished his 9th, and if he's to believed, his penultimate script. He says he's gonna make 10. I think he'll make more.
He'll make way more than that. Yeah. But Let him sit on his high horse and say things.
And it's about the Manson family murders. So this will be his first based on a true story.
True. Yeah.
I've probably read the Manson family murders Wikipedia 10 times. Couldn't tell you what happens. It just goes from my mind every time I read it.
Yeah, I know a little bit about it. I think as much as like the average American, but I'm really interested to see his twist on this.
He'll throw a lot of N-bombs in there.
Oh yeah, I mean,
make it
that's
awesome.
A given. Did you hear the rumor? The 3 guys he wants.
I saw Leo was one of them.
Leo, Brad Pitt, and Sam Jackson. Who you know Samuel Jackson's gonna be.
Yeah, he'll be in it.
And then I guess
is Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt did Inglourious.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah. I mean, if you get those 3 guys, and then I guess Margot Robbie's already attached to it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
There was a picture of him talking to Jennifer Lawrence a couple months ago.
Yeah. So you gotta think that, there's gonna be some.
The stars are coming out. I would love it if she's not in it, because
I thought Mother changed you.
I hate Jennifer Lawrence, dude, so much. She's so annoying.
She's overrated, but you can't deny SLP and her charm there. But
God, it's the film that got me into movies.
Cinema. No, but this is really exciting. I'm happy he's not doing a Western. I think
he finished that. Did he finish that? Hateful Eight. Django.
Oh, no. Trilogy, right?
There's one more.
I stand enough. Django was fun. Hateful Eight was a slog.
Yeah.
With about 25 minutes of entertainment.
Yeah.
But
he went to Tarantino.
He went to Tarantino. The Bruce Dern story, I still shiver when I think about that. And his son. Oh, I did not want to see that.
That was tough.
Well, that's Tarantino.
Yeah. Tarantino's going to Tarantino. DC casting news. Zachary Levi. Excuse me. Zachary Levi, who was in the movie we were talking about later, has been cast as Shazam in the Shazam movie, which comes out, I think, 2019. This is just a long-running thing of skinny, nerdy guys get jacked for superhero movies.
Just pack it on.
Yeah, because you see this dude, he's a rail.
Yeah.
You see Chuck?
Yeah, he's Chuck, right?
Chuck.
Yeah, This one seems tougher than Chris Pratt for me to wrap my mind around.
I know, because at least Pratt had some mass to build on.
Yeah.
This dude's a twig.
I'm sure he's going to pull it off, but...
Yeah.
So wait, what happened with Rock and Shazam? He was originally supposed to be Shazam,
he is Black Adam, who was a villain in Shazam, but I guess he's just going to get his own movie.
So he's still going to be linked to DC?
Yeah, but I don't know if he'll actually be in this movie. And I'm not too familiar with Shazam, but it's about little kid.
It's not the app, right? We're not adapting the app here?
Right, correct.
This isn't the...
yeah, it's about a little kid
Birds.
that when he says the word Shazam, he basically becomes Superman. So
it's like Captain Underpants. Not at all, actually.
Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they'll have him play both parts. Because in the comics they have had just a grown-up turn into Shazam. Or if they'll get another kid, I'm not really sure.
So Chuck would be a kid?
No, they've done it where he's an adult.
Oh.
Yeah, but usually it's a little kid Shazam and turns into
the adult.
Yeah. Also, I think it comes out around the same time as Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, and Shazam's actual name is Captain Marvel. I wonder if they'll just fuck with it and have them both be named the same thing.
Wow.
That would be ridiculous.
See, yeah, that's always so weird to me that they have a character named Captain Marvel.
Yeah, well, they bought it off someone a long time ago.
Okay.
And there's been a feud over it ever since. But yeah, that'd be hilarious if they named it that.
It would be fun. They have similar costumes too, don't they?
They have what?
Both Captain Marvels have similar costumes too, don't they? And they both
does she have a lightning bolt on hers? Or she's a star, I think.
They're both red jumpsuits.
I think she's more blue.
Yeah, there's a star. There's a sun.
Yeah.
And sun over her chest. But yeah, they're pretty similar.
If I had to bet, the Marvel one's going to be better.
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially Chuck versus Brie Larson. I mean, I'll take Brie all day there.
Yeah, that's true. Wonder Woman this week became the highest grossing origin movie of all time, getting to 821.75 million, beating the original Spider-Man's 821.71 million. With inflation, Spider-Man's over $1 billion, but maybe, I don't know, it's kind of late for it to get the legs for Wonder Woman to get to $1 billion at this point, but...
So it's not going to beat inflation, but it's going to...
Inflation it won't, but it has been.
That's I remember how big Spider-Man was, but I can't believe it was that big, but
yeah.
That's nuts.
And it's weird that the other two... I guess sequels never really do as good as the first one.
Yeah. But money-wise, you would think.
Yeah, I don't know. But good for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I watched it again recently. Love the first 3/4 of that movie, and then it kind of falls off the cliff.
Yeah, first act's awesome. Chris Pine's awesome.
Yeah. But then
She's
the Zack
awesome.
Snyder... Yeah, she is awesome. But then the Zack Snyder stuff comes in, and slow-mo, and...
That last fighting scene is still
Just
maybe the worst 5 minutes of movies I've seen this year. And yeah, it's too bad because the Greek mythology...
Yeah.
What's that place called?
Themyscira.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And the arrow fighting scene's incredible.
Yeah, it is sick.
And just the last fight is just...
CGI, blue, orange, just... So, you can't even tell what's
sitting
going
there
on.
waiting to be over.
Yeah. God.
And we saw it in 70mm too, so...
And you fell asleep.
I did.
All right. Disney, kind of flexing on theater chains. A report from Wall Street Journal says Disney will receive around 65% of the revenue generated for ticket sales for The Last Jedi from most locations. As a comparison, typically 55% of receipts go back to the studio, so this is a new benchmark being set. Additionally, the Mouse House is being required that all theaters show Episode 8 in their biggest auditorium for a period of at least 4 weeks. Theaters also cannot pull a single Star Wars 8 screening from their schedule unless Disney gives them permission. If an exhibitor does not comply, Disney can take an extra 5% of sales, raising their haul to a whopping 70%. That doesn't seem very necessary.
No, because this movie's going to be huge. It's going to break records. Everyone's very excited for 8. I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem necessary because...
And a lot of it seems like unnecessary because it's going to happen anyways. Like, no one is going to take The Last Jedi out of their theater, especially in the first month. So I don't think any theaters will really fall into trouble doing any of this because they'll want to have Star Wars in there as long as possible.
It might keep smaller, more artsier movie theaters away from it, though.
Yeah, that's true. Especially because it's going to be Oscar season at that point.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to commit to that. I think when Hateful Eight came out, didn't Quentin Tarantino go to war with Disney over something similar to this?
I think you're right.
Yeah, I remember he was really, really upset with them. See if I can find anything on that. But
was
yeah,
Hateful Eight 14?
Hateful Eight was 14. It came out 2 weeks after Disney, and I think Disney had a similar stipulation about the movie theater thing, about having to be in the biggest room possible. And you know, Hateful Eight was a movie meant to see on a very large screen too. So yeah, and here's Tarantino's quote. They fucked me over, and I made them a lot of money for Pulp Fiction, and that really is a bad way to treat a former employee who has worked very well for them. Yeah, he worked under Miramax, which was owned by Disney for a very long time.
And your boy, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, rip. Yeah, so I'm sure maybe we'll get another Quentin Tarantino soundbite about how shitty Disney is. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. That's it for the news. So we'll get into the Thor Ragnarok in a bit. How's the beer holding up?
It's fine. I mean, there's nothing that stands out with it. It's just a solid beer.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It looks better than it tastes, I think.
It looks much better. And it's made in Buckeye Link, Ohio.
Yeah.
Which...
a short drive from here.
Did not know that was a place. But...
Thor Ragnarok, at the time that we saw it, Marvel's best rated movie ever on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it still? I saw it dropped a little bit. I saw it dip to 93.
Oh, so it's not.
It was 96 when we saw it.
It was 96, yeah. That means Iron Man is back at number 1. It's at 94.
That's probably fair. You can get done with that.
It's projected to make $115 million opening weekend, which is better than both The Dark World, which came in at 85, and Thor, which came in at 65. It's the 8th largest MCU opening behind Homecoming at 117, and it also pushed the MCU across $5 billion domestically. And that's only in 8 years, 9 years,
9 years. Yeah,
which is unbelievable. You're welcome, Marvel. Have you seen every? You haven't seen that many.
I have seen more than half, probably.
Okay.
Everything since probably the last Avengers I've seen, and then sparingly before that.
Yeah. Did you see Age of Ultron?
I did.
You did?
I did. Is that the second Avengers?
Yeah.
I've seen the second one. Yes, I did.
Okay. And have you seen Thor 1 and 2?
I've not seen Thor 1 or 2.
Wow.
But I did read the Wikipedia pages.
Okay, I'm gonna say. That being said, please give your non-spoiling summary of Thor and please, what's it called? Thor what?
Thor Ragnarok?
Nope. Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. Okay, so it takes place, Thor timeline, 2 years after the last Avengers movie. And in this time, Thor has been trying to find the 2 Infinity Stones that were lost in space without finding any of them. It starts out with him stuck in the lair of...
You got this?
Surtur?
Okay.
Surtur?
Probably.
We'll roll with that.
Yeah,
okay.
that
And, so he gets out of there, defeats him, but before that, Surtur tells that of a vision that he's going to destroy Asgard, which is Thor's homeland.
Asgard.
Asgard. They're setting me up to fail here. So Thor goes back to Asgard, where he sees Loki who's Thor's brother, is shape-shifting to be Odin.
Yeah.
Okay. Shape-shifting to be Odin. And Loki has taken Odin to a nursery home in New York City. So Thor makes him and Loki go back to New York City to go find him. And they don't know where he is. And then, unfortunately, Doctor Strange makes a cameo appearance, and...
All right. Shot at Doctor Strange.
And regardless, I'll get to the point here, without spoiling too much. But what Loki does to Odin unlocks Helen, who is Hela, who is played by Kate Blanchett, who is their sister and Odin's daughter. Odin. And she's trying to take over and finish what her and Odin started many years ago. And she's wickedly powerful, and Thor has a very tough uphill battle to overthrow her.
Yep.
It's kind of the gist of it. Do you want to get a little more into it?
Yeah, and then they get lost on that garbage planet. They gotta get off. If you've seen the trailers, you kind of know from there. We won't spoil anything more than that. Just initial thoughts. Like it?
I did. It was. I think it's one of the better Marvel movies I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I would say it's top 5. I still don't think anything is better than the first Iron Man. Winter Soldier is very good. Guardians is very good. But I mean, I'd put this right up there with Guardians.
Crazy funny.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Only not Guardians. It's probably the second funniest movie I've seen since Guardians.
Yeah, and especially Guardians 2, which came out this year. I said the hit rate in terms of laugh was about 80%.
I wasn't getting to that too.
I would say this was 95.
They threw less punches and they landed
almost
nearly all of them.
Yeah, it's absolutely hysterical. It's the director Taika Waititi is so fucking funny. Have you seen Flight of the Conchords?
I have not. He's also the guy that did
Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen yet, which is now on the list. I got to watch that. But yeah, his episodes in particular of Flight of the Conchords are some of the funniest of the series. So when I saw that he was going to be the director, I was super excited for it. So much so that back in March, maybe even January,
whenever the first trailer came out,
me, you, and our buddy Charlie were watching TV, and we saw the Thor Ragnarok trailer. And I said boldly that is my most anticipated movie of the year, ahead of Episode 8. And I stuck with that until we saw it.
Is it still your pinned tweet?
It's still my pinned tweet. Yeah, it's still my pinned tweet. And it delivered.
Yeah,
it was very good. I was not let down at all. It actually exceeded expectations.
It exceeded my expectations, too.
It's far and away the best Thor movie. First one's okay. Second one's pretty garbage and forgettable. But, yeah, this is one of the top 5 easy Marvel movies.
When I saw the trailer, I'm like, this is gonna be a poor man's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
It looks like they were trying to collect 4 people, and they were going to try to do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
It really wasn't like that.
Right.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I thought it was way better, too. I was actually impressed.
And you don't actually need to see Thor 1 or 2 to enjoy this.
Not really.
Especially because in the beginning they give hilariously give brief summaries of the first 2 movies.
They do a good
So
job.
yeah, you just roll right into it, and I think anyone can enjoy it. There's a couple newcomers. Goldblum, I think, is the best addition.
He was so good.
He is the weirdest dude ever, and he fit perfectly.
The movie was kind of like, it was slow. I wasn't really getting into it, and then when Goldblum comes in, the movie just takes off, and he is just, he was so funny.
Dude's a lunatic. I'm convinced they just put a camera on him and they just let it roll, and he did whatever the hell he wanted to.
It was nuts.
Yeah, he's nuts. Tessa Thompson.
She was awesome.
Yeah, she was cool. She's American.
Really?
Yeah. I saw because I thought she was American from Creed and Westworld.
She's a girl from Creed?
Yeah. I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no wonder I already felt a connection when she came on the screen. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, oh, she's American. But then I saw this trailer. I was like, oh my god, she's British. And the British have all the attractive people in this world. But then I looked it up. She actually is American.
She kind of looks British. I'm looking at a picture right now. She kind of looks British. But no, she's from LA. So
she was a great addition.
Yeah. She was.
Kate Blanchett. I think I'm in love with emo Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett was really good. She was terrifying.
Yeah, she was.
And it was weird. Like, I don't even know if I would have recognized it was Kate Blanchett without knowing it. Like, yes, it looks like Kate Blanchett, but it had a good way of, like, the dark eyes around her and stuff. Really, from the beginning, I had no problem separating her from the character.
Yeah. And in a universe where the villains are never that very good, I think this is one of the best ones.
Wouldn't you say the villains have gotten better, though? They've kind of probably listened to their fans.
Well, the weird thing about Thor is that it has the best villain. Loki has been consistently the best villain in the MCU. Hell is great. But other than that, I don't really know a great villain.
Well, Keaton as Spider-Man was...
Oh yeah, Keaton was good.
He should have been better.
Yeah.
But he was still really good. And whatchamacallit? Guardians, too.
Oh, yeah. Kurt Russell. Yeah, they have gotten better.
It's been a good year for Marvel villains, but
The problem with Marvel is that a lot of the villains are just... They put on the hero-type gear and then fight the hero. Like, Iron Man has fought 3 Iron Men.
Yeah,
So this is great that they get away from that, and she's a really cool character.
It's a good character arc.
Yeah. Carl Urban, who's the guy with the machine guns, has almost nothing to do in this movie.
Yeah, as far as characters and character arcs go, I couldn't care less about this guy.
We'll get more into it with spoilers.
Yeah.
And then Taika Waititi himself plays Korg, the stone guy.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, get that guy an award.
No.
Oh, no way.
He is so funny. I think he was the
steals
breakout
every
character.
scene he's
Yeah,
in.
he's so
Wow,
good.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He was so funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Oh, we get to spoilers. There's so many lines by him that was just, oh, man.
Alright, so I don't want to ruin anything else, so we'll just give our review. What would you say?
Out of 5, I'd probably give this... I've been going back and forth between a 4 and a 3.75. I'm going to go with 3.75.
Okay.
Which is, in context, I gave Guardians a 3.5, Wonder Woman a 3, and Spider-Man a 2.75. So,
Okay.
that's high praise for a superhero movie.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4.5. I'd say like a 9 out of 10. I loved it. And what? Thumbs up?
Thumbs up, for sure, thumbs up.
What else?
Would you watch it again?
Oh yeah, the main thing is, would you watch again? Resounding yes.
Yeah, I'd watch it again.
I'll probably see it in theaters again. I'm full of empty promises. I've been saying I'm going to see Blade Runner again for about 3 weeks now.
You saw it twice, though.
I did see it twice, but...
I wouldn't see it again in theaters, but yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a super enjoyable movie.
Mm.
Yeah. If you liked any Marvel movie in the past, go see it. You'll really enjoy
absolutely.
it.
Even if you're not, it's funny as hell, and it's funny enough where the average moviegoer would like it.
Yeah. You don't need to see the Thors to enjoy it.
Yep. Yeah. All right, let's get into spoilers. the cameo.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Oh,
alert.
yeah, I totally forgot about this.
Yeah. Matt Damon makes a cameo.
The kinger of all cameos.
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
He plays Loki in a theater production, which is...
You can imagine how funny that is, and
I know.
it's funnier.
It's funnier, yeah, it's so good. It's a summary of the second Thor and Loki's death.
Which is probably the smartest thing I've ever seen for, like, a recap.
Yeah. Oh, it was hilarious. And actually, there's Sam Neill from Jurassic Park, the main character of Jurassic Park. He's Odin. And you know how we walked to the theater and they say the other Hemsworth is in it?
Yeah.
The unknown one is playing Thor.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because they were saying there was two Hems. Oh, that's so
Yeah,
funny.
I
That's
know.
so good.
That was a genius scene and one of the funniest moments of the movie. But the funniest part of the movie is, for me, was Banner flopping on the bridge.
Yeah. That absolutely killed. You were laughing about that like 3 minutes after it happened.
Oh my god. Yeah, so in the original Hulk with Ed Norton, there's a similar scene where he jumps out of a plane expecting to turn and he crashes in the ground, and it didn't really play for laughs. The way he flopped on that bridge, and he like just scorpions over himself. Oh my god!
And he's talking to what's the character's name?
Valkyrie.
He's talking to Valkyrie, saying like, it was like it's turned out to be the most cliche scene ever. He's like, who are you? Because she hasn't seen him turn to Hulk yet, and he goes, "You'll see." And he jumps out of the plane,
and just flops like a fish. Oh my god, it's so good.
That was the funniest part.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a few issues. The Loki friends, not friends with Thor has been played out over 4 movies now, and they can't find anything else new to do with Loki. It's becoming Magneto, Professor X. Start the movie friends, something happens, they're not friends, they end the movie friends.
Yeah, there was no growth
No.
whatsoever in this character. Yeah, I didn't even come out thinking that, but you're right. You bring up a good point with that. It was just there's too much there not to explore it more. They're kind of just I don't know.
Yeah.
It happened like 4 or 5 times he betrayed him.
And they even like comment on it how he always does it, but just comment on it isn't enough.
No.
You gotta do something different.
You gotta do something with that.
Also, they doubled down on the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin.
They played it twice?
Yeah, they opened with it when he's taking out all those dudes in that cave, and then on the bridge.
The closing fighting scenes
they
also that?
too.
Yeah. All right, I think I remember that.
And also, Idris Elba has nothing to do in this movie, and he's complained about the Marvel movies before, because he's in all 3 Thor movies, nothing to do.
And he can see like other parts, right?
Yeah.
So he could see where Odin was, right? Odin was, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't.
That's why Doctor Strange did not need to be in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's what upset me so much, because my biggest... there's 2 things in most Marvel movies that really upsets me. It's how much humor they try to throw in, and I feel like they're missing left and right. I feel like I'm watching a sitcom on 8 o'clock on ABC. And then also, no offense to Modern Family, and and also they just jam as many superhero characters as they possibly can, and like a lot of times it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
And this Doctor Strange cameo was so unnecessary.
Yeah. They even shoehorn Black Widow in.
Oh yeah.
Which actually worked for me because they play on the sun's getting low a couple of times, and it always hit for me because that part of Age of Ultron is so dumb. That she can just calm him down.
Yeah. And he kept saying that,
that was hilarious.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whatchamacallit, they should have, what's his name? Idris Elba's character, they should have just went to him.
Yeah.
And
he starts off the movie not working that job anymore, and that's never really explained either.
Yeah, because he was working like in the forest, but like, did he see it coming?
Yeah, I don't know. And that brings us back to Carl Urban, who has nothing to do, but at the end gets that redemption where he frees the ship to take off. Yeah. But his turn to join Hela was nothing.
No, at all.
She just comes in, "Do you want a job?" And they walk down the bridge.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, yeah, he wasn't
And
much
like
of a
he was
character.
pretending to give his background story, and she said she cut him off or whatever. It was just like, I don't know.
Yeah. In the trailers, he's featured on that garbage planet. So maybe in reshoots they just diminished his. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
In that same scene,
it felt like a character that was just scrapped in editing.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah, in that same scene where Hela comes, this is Zachary Levi. They just kill two main characters from Thor 1 and 2 with, I don't think, any lines of dialogue.
Really?
Yeah. Like, she comes in, knifes him, and then you never see him again.
The Asian guy?
Well, he's one of them, so he got more screen time. But as soon as she comes in through the door, like the portal, she just kills those two dudes. Those were, like, main dudes in the other one. Maybe they had to kill Levi because of his DC thing or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because you said he kind of had a cameo in there.
Yeah. Which is super weird that they did that.
I didn't know if... Wow, that's odd. And then Natalie Portman's character is just...
Yeah, they just talk her off. Yeah, one line, get rid of her.
One line, see ya. She probably didn't want to do it. She's pregnant and stuff like that, so...
Yeah. I mean, it did... they did it to, like, establish Hela as, like, a powerful badass. But... how little they were on screen, there was no emotional impact, really. Mm-hmm. And I hadn't seen Thor 1 or 2 in, like, 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, as me never seeing Thor 1 or 2.
There was nothing there.
Yeah.
And also in the marketing, they show Thor with the lightning bolt eyes. They took his eye out. And they pretended they didn't do that in the marketing. I'm shocked they did that. Because him wearing an eye patch for the remainder of his time, it's gotta suck.
It does. I was actually really surprised about that.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It.
And it makes him more like Odin. But, like, Anthony Hopkins is in these movies for, like, 15 minutes total.
I Anthony Hopkins.
I know. So him having to wear an eye patch is no big deal. Hemsworth's going to be in these movies.
He's got at least 2 more left.
I would hate that.
Long shots and stuff like that. That does suck.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll just come off again, though, during a fight or something. Because it looked badass when he was fighting just one eye.
He should have just kept it bloody and shit.
Yeah. But it was a nice scene at the end when he puts the patch on. It was kind of full circle symbolic.
Anything else?
Well, back to what's the director's name?
Taika Waititi.
His turn as the stone guy.
Cork, yeah.
I love the final scene where they ask the
yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, hey, where do you live? Oh, I stepped on him during the bridge fight scene. He's been dead. I felt so bad. I'm carrying the whole time.
Yeah, all of his lines, and because his accent alone is hilarious. But yeah, he gave himself a ton of hilarious moments.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, I think the big takeaway also was how funny it was, and it just didn't seem forced. Because that was my biggest gripe with Spider-Man: Homecoming.
The comedy?
Yeah. That was just...
I mean, we also saw that
so jammed.
In, like, the worst theater setting I think I've been in a while.
Yeah, I sat next to one kid who literally, every time anyone came on screen, he started laughing, so...
Yeah, it was like everyone in that theater's first time seeing a movie, all at once. Yeah, that totally killed it for us. But our crowd for Thor was good.
Yeah.
They clapped at the end, which is the worst.
Nothing more telltale than when they're clapping.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It was a solid movie-going experience.
Mm-hmm. I think if I got anything else here. Oh, after credit scenes. We only watched one of them.
And
like always.
I guess that ship is Thanos.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Well,
to get anything out of that scene, maybe the opening scene of the next one's going to be...
Because that's what they did with Doctor Strange. The scene where he's talking to Thor and he has the beer, that's the post-credit scene for Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So maybe this will be like the right opening of Infinity War.
Yeah, maybe they try to fight him by themselves and realize...
Because...
guy's OG.
At Comic-Con, they showed footage from Infinity War. They cut together a trailer, and part of it is Thor goes flying and lands on the Guardians' ship. So that might be directly from this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it probably just lead right into it.
Yeah.
And then there was a second one with Goldblum. So
Yeah.
he should have stayed.
I read it. I guess it was hilarious. It was after
Yeah.
the post-rebellion. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I need more Goldblum in my life.
I hope he's still alive, so
He's still alive.
you might get a little more of him.
I don't know when they'd go back there, though.
He was so good. He wasn't even like a villain, but he was a villain. He was a villain, but
Oh, don't say the S word.
yeah, no, he was. Yeah. He, what should we call it? His sidekick calls him a slave, and Goldblum doesn't want him to call him a slave.
Yeah.
So he calls them prisoners with jobs.
Yeah. yeah.
Oh, that was I was dying during that too. God.
And so I guess he is the brother of the Collector, who is Benicio del Toro in the Guardians movies. So he might pop up again, hopefully.
It looked at similar worlds, so that made sense.
Yeah.
I think it was nice that it was in space. I think that helped the movie.
It allowed it to get real weird.
Yeah, real weird. Oh, and also Goldblum's airplane or whatever. It's for he has his orgies on there or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That's the second orgy ship joke. I think Chris Pratt tells a similar joke.
Oh, really?
One. He says, like, don't bring a black light on here. Look like a Jackson Pollock painting. Or something like that. Yeah.
You remember that line? Yeah.
Marvel loves their spaceship orgies.
I love him more, I think, so keep bringing it up.
Alright, I got nothing else. You?
Oh, I was going to say, as much as I hated Doctor Strange and how much it felt forced, Bruce Banner, Hulk, that was...
Oh, yeah.
It felt very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I love Mark Ruffalo.
I love Mark Ruffalo. Every movie's better with Mark Ruffalo. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no objection with that. The fighting scene with them lasted about 15 minutes, but it was gripping the whole entire time.
Yeah.
And then them locked up in the room together, Thor and
that's
the
funny.
Hulk. Those are actually really funny scenes too.
Yeah, that's a good dynamic. And I guess since Universal owns the rights to solo Hulk movies, they're gonna tell a Hulk storyline over Thor, Infinity War, and Avengers 4. So they'll finally give him something to do without actually giving him his own movie. So we'll see how that plays out. So far, so good.
You'd think a Hulk movie could work, though, especially with Mark Ruffalo at the helm.
Yeah, I mean, they're 0 for 2. Ang Lee's Hulk is awful.
I heard it's arguably the worst movie of all time.
Yeah, it's not good.
But who was the Hulk in that one?
Eric Bannon.
Regardless, Ruffalo never got his chance to shine. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't think it's never going to happen. But
like, Sony was able to play nice with Marvel, and they made Spider-Man, but I don't think Universal wants to, which sucks, because I think he'd be great.
Yeah.
Did you watch anything this week?
I watched Royal Tannenbaum about 5-6 days ago.
And?
It was awesome. My second favorite Wes Anderson movie, where I felt... It just felt right. A lot of times his colors just kind of take you out of it.
Yeah.
It just felt so good. And
Where'd you watch it on?
I watched it on HBO.
Yeah, I gotta get that on
And
the list.
seeing the Wilson brothers together and Stiller, it's a really fun movie. It's pretty freaking funny.
Owen Wilson wrote it with him too,
Owen Wilson
right?
wrote it. He also wrote, I think originally Owen Wilson wrote the first three movies with Wes Anderson.
First three?
First three. Rushmore too.
I think they did.
Because I think Owen Wilson had an affair with a teacher in Rushmore. And
seriously?
They kind of played off that, yeah.
Oh wow.
So it felt the characters felt more real. It's Moonrise Kingdom and Grand Budapest Hotel, though funny. Those characters don't necessarily. I don't really relate with them, but this one was good.
I'll have to watch that. I watched Diary of a Teenage Girl. Ever hear of it?
I've heard of it.
2015, Kristen Wiig, Alexander Skarsgård, and a couple of no names. The 23-year-old playing a 15-year-old
took you out of it
in a nude sex scene always makes me feel uncomfortable. The same thing happened in Trainspotting, where Renton sleeps with Diane. We find out she's 16. It just, I don't know. And there is so much nudity and sex in this movie. I couldn't watch it. Because the actress looks super young. It's like, oh.
It's weird.
The movie's fine, though. It's good.
If it was the 70s, you get a real 15-year-old.
Yeah, I know. It takes place in the 70s, too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
And it's by Cold Iron Pictures, who did that Keegan-Michael-Key comedian movie.
That got destroyed, right?
No, it did really well.
Did really well.
I can't remember what it's called. Don't Think Twice. And also Swiss Army Man. And so this
Swiss Army Man was.
Yeah, they've
sweet.
only done like 10 movies, but they're really good. So I'd be able to look out for what they're doing. They're like A24. And also finished Stranger Things 2.
As good as people were saying?
Yeah, it's really good. Not as good as the first season. A specific character I don't think should have even been in it. The storyline is so boring. But yeah, I think it's well worth the watch if you like the first one. You need to start watching TV.
I do need to start watching TV. But, yeah, Stranger Things seems interesting.
If you like Spielberg in the 80s.
That's right down your alley.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw they dressed up as Ghostbusters for Halloween, so.
Yeah, it's really good.
That just seems fun. Anything you're targeting in the theater this week? In particular?
We'll be doing
Murder
in Orient Express for next week.
Uh-huh.
Coming to America just came out on HBO, but with Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy. Because I've never seen Prime Murphy. We got like Haunted Mansion.
Which is good.
No.
Day Daycare, Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah, we never really
those are really bad.
Yeah, we never got him as Prime, and I guess this is one of the funniest movies ever, so I'll probably be watching that this week. But in theaters, I don't got much.
I'm waiting for Lady Bird to come.
Oh, yeah?
Give me some Saoirse Ronan. Last Week Flying, too, still waiting on that. And then My Friend Dahmer.
Oh, yeah.
All three of those came out last week, and
Nowhere
to be found around here so far, but definitely looking forward to those. And then, obviously, the murder movie on the Paris trade.
Yeah. Want to tell the listeners about your dad and Jeffrey Dahmer?
We'll get to that when I actually see the movie.
All right.
Well, yeah. Just a little foreshadowing.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. You can find us on Twitter at movie_ReBrew, YouTube, Movie ReBrew Podcast, and on SoundCloud. You can find me at Cash Money Keegan on Twitter, and Mike.
I deleted my Twitter account.
Did you really?
Yeah.
When?
About 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Applying to grad school, so
Okay.
had some not terrible things, but some things you don't want grad schools to see. Just some.
Your brother had a wild tweet last night that I'll share with you after this. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it. Take care.
We are morons. Should we say it?
Yeah, we forgot to review the beer.
We forgot to review the beer.
Keegan's got still 3/4 of his bottle left.
I still have a lot left, and that's kind of my review. It's fine.
I actually kind of enjoyed it.
So our scale is going to be: would you buy it in a 6-pack?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. It's very light. I could easily drink 6 of these and not feel too heavy. It's 5.4, so if you're just looking at kind of chill, it's more of a summer beer. It's pretty light. Yeah, I'd buy it again. July, hot day. It's pretty refreshing. I'd buy it again.
Maybe if it's on tap in the dead of July, I'll get it again, but
It's a sexy bottle.
it is a very sexy bottle.
Yes.
All right. That's it, guys.
Yeah, take care. Thanks.